Oh, look at that hat.
Yes.
Oh, that flag. Come on, Brazil. What's going on?
I was so happy that it arrived really quick. I thought it was going to take a long time.
It arrived quickly? How long did it take?
Like less than a month, I think. 3 weeks or so. I was scared because I'm moving out in like 2 weeks and I didn't want to lose it.
Nice. Hi, Anna Marie. Hi, Katie.
Hi everybody. My swag actually, because sending it to France, I think the custom charges would be so horrific. I was wondering if I could donate it like to someone.
Oh, that's nice. No, the custom, it comes from Europe. It knows where to. It's like a giant international. So.
Wow, you see, I thought I had this assumption it'd be coming from the States. I was like, that's never gonna happen. No. Ah, well, I shall go and order my swag then. That's exciting.
Right, Tam? I'm not lying, right, Tam?
No, that's accurate. There's multiple distribution, like production sites. And so if you order from France, then they'll ship it from Europe. And if you order from the US, if the destination is the US, then they'll ship it from the US.
Nice.
Hi, Santi. Hi, Nate.
Hello. Hello.
Does anyone has a question for today?
Nothing.
Confess. I didn't get one.
You don't have some deep soul-provoking question?
Well, if you guys want it, I can always throw one in.
Mine are always very shallow. I want to know what you voted for. No, but that's bad. Horrible.
You can't do that. Or I mean, if you guys want to get into a vote fight right now.
Being honest, I was like, don't know who was voting. Like after Juan did this with his name, I didn't remember who was voting, and yeah, it was for my side at least. It was pure on the content, so it's awesome.
Yeah, I was asking openly, actually, if anyone voted, if you guys voted and you want to drop your name in the chat right now, let's spam the T Commons chat. Let's say, I voted. And then maybe more people will say they voted. And then I'm going to dish you praise.
Did I put that in the right spot, Livia, when you asked me that?
Yeah, because Katie told me on in a DM. It's not that I asked like, "Hey, Katie, can you go there?" But then I asked her like, "Oh, just do it on the open, so more people can." No, it didn't show up. I never know if they're breached or not. But in the Telegram one, Ruben said he dropped the vote, and. Well, we can do in the general chat here. But hi, Vivavi.
Hi.
But anyways, let's just do a quick round of how are you guys doing? If there's anything interesting you want to share, how is this full moon in Scorpio touching you? I'll pass to Griff.
Oh man, the full moon is serious. No, I don't know. As far as anything that's touching me, I'm just so excited with Tapnode and Giveth and TE Commons. Is like all my projects are just flourishing right now and really exciting and fun. The bull market is just a really fun time to be playing in crypto. So but yeah, I feel like people are starting to come around to this idea that we can use economies. I just had I've been visiting my family, and my stepmom, she like loves horses. You know, it's not like she's not a crypto person. And I was in a car with her for like an hour, getting her to understand like what we're doing with the commons stack, and like she totally got it. It was like amazing. It doesn't make any sense. Either that or she's lying to me. But it was just really nice to feel like, okay, this is real. People can get it, you know. I'll pass it to Anna Marie.
Yeah, full moon. It's very bright. It's keeping me awake at night. It's like having a spotlight in the room. Yeah, good. I've just organised. Livia and Jessica are coming on to. I'm doing a couple of like DAO discussion panels, and Livia and Jessica have kindly volunteered to come on, and I've just shared those. And at the moment, it's mostly for kind of inspiral focus, but at the end of the week, I'll open that up to whoever's interested, and I'll let you guys know the details if you want to come into those. So that's really lovely. I've been working quite hard on putting those together, and I'm really excited about the different subjects and like bringing that into Inspiral and seeing how they respond to those conversations and interested. So yeah, really cool. And how about you, Chewy? How are you doing?
Hi, Anna Marie. Thank you. The moon is getting weird. It's especially like my girlfriend is a Scorpio, so she's been talking about it a lot, and yeah, just in general, I was just talking to Juan earlier, like, to be honest, because I was like at some point, it's like so much like overwhelming stuff like happening everywhere, and you know, these are some difficult times sometimes to deal with anxiety and just like giving stuff like order. And yeah, as Griff says, it's a very like exciting time because of the bull market, and there's always stuff happening and going on. So yeah, just it's always like a reminder to watch mental health, always take care of it. Just try to spend time with friends, family, like whatever gets you through these times, because everything bad or good always like goes back to its origin. So yeah, it's always like gonna pass if it's either good or bad. So you just have to take the best out of it. And I'll pass it to Tam.
So, the full moon, yeah, I feel like it's a strange time for me, like yesterday and today, and I feel like it's gonna be tomorrow, and I have my head down working on something. I'm really trying to like deliver, and like a birth, I should say. I'm trying to birth. And so I feel like it's just, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a very strange time for me, and I'm relating it to the moon. So it's nice to hear that there's so much positivity and good energy around in Softgov today too. And I will pass to Mihai. Oh, sorry, I thought Mihai had joined. I'll pass to, oh, there you are. Mihai, I said your name and you joined. I'll pass to Mihai. And do you want to repeat the question, Livia?
It's just like, how are you feeling? What has been touching you lately?
I'm feeling really good, and I saw last night the movie Soul, which won an Oscar for an animation, and I was blown away by how spiritually rich and beautifully displayed was the animation, and I've never thought that Inside Out could be topped by it, but they did a really good job. I'll pass it on to. That's how it works. You have to pass it on, right? Si Chen.
Hey, Si-Chen, are you there?
Yeah,
We can't.
I am.
Oh,
One sec. How does this work? My first time here. So, how do I turn it on? Let's see. Video. Oh, can you hear me? No? Let's see.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah.
Mute. Okay. Hi. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great. Hi. Well, nice to meet you. I'm new here. So actually, I came here because I've been working on a climate project as part of Linux Foundation's Hyperledger. It's an open source blockchain. And so one of the things we've been working on is a DAO voting scheme based on the Compound DAO from the Compound DeFi network, and we've customized it. So yeah, I just wanted to talk with you guys, see what you're working on, and get some feedback about what we're doing. So I guess I can. Do you have a chat channel that I can post it in, or I can post a link to what we're doing? And
oh, that's super cool. I'll tag you in the chat channel.
Okay. All right, my first time using a Discord video conference. I feel like I've used every kind of video conference last year except this one. So.
welcome, Si-Chen. Yeah, nice to
Thank
have
you.
you here. I know we chatted a little bit about your interest in Ostrom, and we can go a little bit more into that later. And a bit of some of the topics today involve governance, and now we're just having a run through of a little like, how are you doing today? A little bit of a sharing to hear from everyone, and then we'll start the agenda.
Okay,
So you
great.
can pass to someone if you want.
Okay, so pass on to, I don't know, who do I pass it to? Sorry.
I can help you. I'll
Markov?
pass to
Yeah.
Nate. Oh.
Okay, Nate, sounds good.
Thank you. Yeah, doing really well. Let's see, this week I've been more inspired by art than I ever have before. Got to go to see some pop-up art museums this weekend. It was really awesome. Yeah, it just got me pumped up for some reason. I don't know why. So really excited about that. And I guess I'll just pass it to Suga.
Thank you, Nate. I love the full moon. Yeah. And for me, it hangs right over the river, so it's beautiful. Today, I taught my last course for the semester at the Sorbonne in Paris, and so I'm very excited about that because it means I have more time for you all. And so I will pass to, there's Craig. Hi, Craig. I'll pass to Craig.
Thanks, Katie. Missed the question, but I'm gathering, general temperature check, and feeling good, doing well, and excited to see what the week brings. And I'll pass back to Livy because I don't know.
And I'll pass to Santi.
Thank you, Livy. I'm feeling great. I probably won't get to see the full moon because it's cloudy here, but I can feel it anyway. And I'm getting more and more involved in NFT projects and art, and which is awesome. I'm getting, just as Nate mentioned, really involved in art like I've never been before. I'm a tech guy, so and it's cool. It's really nice. So that's what I'm up to. I'll pass it to Septimus.
Thank you, Santi. Yeah, I'm super happy. Like, there is a lot of stuff going on, but everything is progressing, so it's awesome. I'll pass it to Bye Bye B.
Hi, I'm doing great, and I'm excited for what this week will bring. And I'll pass it on to Chewy.
Ya, Chuy fue.
I think everybody.
Creo que falto yo.
Did everybody go? Juan? Juan?
Yeah, well, I've been waking super early this past couple of days, like at 4 a.m., but it's good because I have been seeing the sunshine. And well, I am super motivated and super like excited about like how gravity is going, and I feel that it's very great to be carrying this idea in this ecosystem. So I am super happy. Thanks, Lily.
Mateo, did you go?
No, but I talked a little bit in the beginning. But yeah, I'm feeling good. Last week was kind of tough for me personally, but we are hanging on. There is many changes coming, so that's really cool. And I don't know if the moon has to do with that, but I find that really amazing. And yeah, I'm planning on moving out to a new place soon, and yeah, that got me excited. Yeah, in general, it's really cool. I'm happy to be working for the Commons, for Give It, for many projects, and trying maybe out someday the NFT and join something that research aspect, because that also I also love that part of the merge between art and technology. I'll pass to you, Vivi.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, maybe it is a weird week. I was also blaming on the moon. I was like fighting for no reason with Dylan today. He was washing the dishes, and I'm like, "Why are you doing it like this?" So I think maybe is the time. So let's chill out and look at the MVV final results. So this is super exciting. I think Mihao and C-Chain need a little introduction on what we're doing. That is, where we're voting for the mission, vision, and values of the TEC. And we had a first session a couple of weeks ago, and there were many submissions. And then the top 3 most voted ones entered the MVV runoff. So now we have share screen. Yeah, now we have the top 3, and it's the final hour for this voting to happen. So if anyone in this call have not voted yet, this is the time while we're talking about it. Please go there and vote. It's very important. I mean, everyone that has this power, this voting power, should be using this power. And I think it's really cool that they all had so many comments, and there was a lot of engagement happening in it. And one of the things I wanted for us to look at today is looking at a little bit deeper into this comments, and since we have a result, I mean, the top this one is the clear winner, because
unless the whale like Septimus actually uses all of his votes.
Septimus, you haven't voted yet?
No, I don't know. I'm just messing. But I would just say, that's what I wanted to say is, like, you know, I'm sure a lot of you have voted, but there's this little bit of like a UX challenge. They have to click, 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 click. Like if you're a whale like Septimus or myself or Simon de la Rouvier, kind of have to, it's like holding the clap button on Medium. You're just like, fine, you know? But don't be shy. Exert all of your governance power and pick your favorite ones.
Yeah, I'll give 5 minutes now for all of you to do that. Actually, you don't have to say you're doing. You can do it very quietly and anonymously, but I want to see these numbers move, so I'll know if you're doing it or not.
And if you have a problem, this also really helps us test things. And like if something's confusing, there's a little button at the top for a GitHub issue. Actually, I'll even but it'd be amazing that if you're like, you know, this was cool and all, but it'd be really nice if XYZ. You know, I've been working with a lot of people to get them to vote, and like I've gotten so much feedback on how we can improve token log for the next vote and the next vote. And so if you guys have any, I'm gonna put in the Softgov channel the link to the making a GitHub issue. Take a screenshot and just one sentence. You don't have to go deep into explaining it, just like one sentence, and we can try to figure it out from there if you have any issues to improve token log.
Yeah, we're having we're scheduling a call with Wesley soon. And since this process is going to be used for the dashboard too, it's really cool that we have like the most feedback we can now before using this process again. Although the dashboard is already open and happening, but things can still improve along the way.
Yeah, and Wesley will be so happy if you make a GitHub issue. His heart will leap.
Can I just say something real quick? So I can make this an issue, but maybe first if you could tell me if what I experienced is okay. So I can't say bye. I can't say bye. Sorry. So when I voted, yeah, I got some. When I voted, and after I voted, if I went back to one of the proposals while I'm on the same screen to vote again or like vote more or something like that, it went back to 0. Like it said, I had 0. I had attributed 0 tokens. Is that? Does anybody follow what I'm saying, or maybe I better just write it down? Sorry, this is a bit.
The best is a screenshot.
Yeah. Okay.
Screenshots really do the magic. You're on a Mac, Command Shift 3 or Command Shift 4, and you can fill a box. It's the best.
What happens sometimes also is that if you voted like yesterday and then you refresh the page and then you're voting today, sometimes it doesn't add up to the votes that you had previously. It just starts from 0, but your votes were computed.
That's kind of what I'm saying, but I didn't refresh anything. I didn't even change the window, but it still said 0, but the votes did go in. So anyway, I'll make an issue on it.
Yeah, there is nothing you can do wrong as a user of a platform if it's on the developers to make it friendly for you. So don't ever be like, oh, I'm just making a mistake. No, if you feel like you're making a mistake, holy crap, we need to know. Oh my God, it's an emergency. You know, like this is a user's having a negative experience. You know, so it's anything that you're confused of, don't be shy. We want.
Yeah, and actually Decentralized SDG just wrote me like 5 minutes ago saying he had the same issue. Does anyone else has any questions about token log? Anything that was not so smooth or something you want to bring up?
So maybe I should make an issue for this, but I think that just adding a confirmation that your vote went through, because in my mind, when it says votes, it'll count up the votes and it'll tally it within the MVV on the token log, but it doesn't close the box. So it's kind of, I don't know. It doesn't give you any confirmation that your vote went through necessarily, except for showing the votes on the side. So, yeah.
That issue is up already, but still, yeah, it's great feedback. Also, there's like some text in there that there's no reason you would ever want to read it, but it does say like, oh, you have already voted with this many votes and you have this much remaining. It's a little confusing, but like it does say, oh, you voted. with this many and a little confirmation, but only if you refresh. You know, I feel like after you hit the vote button, it should just refresh the page, you know, and just like update all the numbers and well, I guess it's like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know exactly the solution, but Wesley will.
Cool. So should we take a read in the comments? I don't know if it's the best. I mean, it's quite long comments, but it was a little bit confusing to structure this in my mind of how we would go through this process. But and maybe you guys can help me. It's just the idea of, okay, we have this final versions and we'll wait a few more minutes to see if the decision flips somehow. But we have this mission, vision, and value statements, and there is all of this comments to improve the statements underneath. So do we want to incorporate this feedback? And we had a talk about this last week. Do we want to incorporate the feedback, even risking the proposal to change again, and then not having like a final vote for it? Or do we want to leave it as it is and just move forward? Because no matter like if the comments are integrated or not, this was the final one. Or do we want to commit with integrating feedback in a slight way that it's not going to change the direction of the proposal, kind of like happened from this first session to the run-up?
I feel the feedback could be integrated somehow. Like if it's there, why not? Like, but it's also up to the person who drafted. And as Griff told last week, since this is a community, like it's not going to, you know, like we trust the person who's writing it, and they won't change the direction. But yeah, I mean, I still like to vote it again, like just to confirm. But yeah, I also understand this part. So, but I would like to integrate it.
I think I fall on the other side of that category, where I think we should keep whatever's there, and you know, if we have to have the comments along with our mission statement, that's fine too. Just have it down at the bottom, and it could be used for review the next time we revise the MVV again. But you know, I do think that's, you know, if we change it after the fact, then what we voted for may be changed, and may change my mind on whether I should have voted for it or not. So yeah, just throwing that aspect out there as well.
We have two very different opinions.
Yeah, sorry for playing devil's advocate all the time.
No, I love it. Let's make a quick vote here. Let's pass it around. So, Anna Marie, do you think we should integrate the feedback or leave it as it is?
Well, actually, to me, it would depend on what the vision, mission, and the statements are for. Like, what's their intended use? I would imagine that will drive whether they internally. Sorry to bring questions, but that would, depending on, to me, vision and mission statements are be useful in some way. We create them to be useful to either guide decisions that we make internally or to represent us and explain something. So to me, it's the question more would be like, yeah, what's the kind of end goal of them? And depending on what that is, then one of those might make more sense than the other.
Yeah, I think the end goal is what you're thinking is like, yeah, guiding guiding the project to a certain direction. And because we are a decentralized community and very inclusive in a certain way, a lot of new people joining should have a quick way for understanding what we're doing and where we're going.
Then I'm gonna, I mean, my gut would then be, is it good enough for now? Will it help us guide new people for now? Therefore, can we then work on perhaps refining it as we go?
Do you want to pass it to someone?
Sorry, yeah, sure. Yuan.
Yeah, a moment.
That was you, Juan.
You muted Juan.
Yes, I'd say it's good to integrate the feedback, and I was reading the comments, and most of them they only say like it's better to leave like a punchline, so it's not like messing with the core part of the proposal, but like making suggestions for how to it can like be a shorter punchline. That's what I think. So yeah, good to integrate feedback, and I would pass to Mateo.
I'm confused a little bit. Are we referring to the feedback inside the GitHub issue or somewhere else? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think it's right in there. I guess the traceability that GitHub provides is good enough for that. To pass it to Santi.
Thank you, Mateo. I think we should integrate. We started with mission, vision, values long ago when you guys had that first mural that you worked with before we started working together on launching the DC. And this whole process through Token Lock has been evolving. And I think that being a DAO is part of the evolution, and it's part of integrating all the feedback. So I'm absolutely positive on integrating. And I'll pass it to Tam.
Yeah, I also feel very strongly about integrating. I think we trust each other, and I'd say that the person who is taking on integrating the feedback would do so in a respectful way to the community, but also to the sentiment that was originally there. And that I can definitely see the point of sort of respecting the rules, and this is what the decision is. But I think the value to have the best mission, vision, and values that we have for the community is outweighs the what is the word I'm looking for? The adhering to the structure of the rules. And I also do have faith that the person who's integrating the feedback would do so in a way that it wouldn't be a complete rewrite. It would be very close to what was originally proposed. So I have faith in those two things. And I'll pass to Chewy.
Thank you, Tam. Well, I don't really have a lot of input for this, but I would say, just like to keep it to things just like in like what they are already. Like if we're dealing with one vote, just have clear what we're letting outside of this vote, like regardless of the modifications that we're gonna have. I feel that there can be just less discussion around it and more decision making specifically. And I guess I don't think like keep forking it is gonna take us to a better place. I guess like at this point it might be more distracting, but just like if there could be like a rule, just like stay inside like the boundaries of the current issue. And I'll pass it to Craig.
Hey, Craig. We can pass it to C-Shane, meanwhile.
Sorry, I'm so new here. I don't think I have any useful opinion. But what can you show me? How do you vote, and what is the voting mechanism? Is there a website for it?
Well, but so Seachin, you want to actually be able to vote unless you have if you've applied to the trusted seed and have received praise or impact hours. So
okay. So yeah, I'll just pass it on to someone else. I'm just curious I'm so new. I'm just curious how it all works at this point.
Yeah, I think the general point of the question was, should we always keep evolving a statement and incorporating feedback into it, or once we have a voting session, or we should stick to what was proposed in that voting session and not incorporate the feedbacks that those statements received?
Yeah, sorry, don't know.
Yeah, no problem. Just
right,
wanted to explain a little bit better.
Okay.
Actually, if it's going to be like forever, like this method, I actually like also think more with Nate. Like, I like more the idea, like when we vote something, it's that thing. I mean, on this case in particular, I wanted to integrate the feedback because, it's something the community was working on, and the feedback is interesting and we can just, do some last touches. But if it's going to be like a habit, I really like the idea of when we vote something, yeah, that thing goes.
Flipping votes, I like it.
Who hasn't gone yet? Yeah, Katie? Griff?
I don't think that editing the final MVV violates the democracy of voting. So I do think that the final statement needs to be as sharp and succinct as possible and productive and clean. And I don't think, again, I really appreciate the different perspectives here. And I was really at first in line with that idea that if you're going to make a vote, you have to stick to the vote. Otherwise, what's the point? But this isn't quite that for a number of reasons. And I think ultimately, the main reason is what I just stated, that really we're looking at an editing here, an editing of a final statement. But apart from that, I'll just add another reason why I think it would be okay to include the feedback is because the TEC is young, and this is an experiment, and we are at the base of it trying to come up with the best statement. And it may very well be that the voting method was slightly imperfect, and we do need a little bit more input and refinement. And I'll pass to, who'd you say?
Griff.
Griff.
Okay. Yeah, I think for the most part, it should be not edited like that. It should be edited and refined, but like from the last vote to this vote, there were major edits, and then from this vote to publishing on the website, just like tweaks, not like new sentences or, like maybe we take out a few words and we could, but the message is like critical, and we don't add like I really, I'm on the MVV that I wrote, I really wanted to add one more like big point, and I just ran out of time to add it, and that should not get added. That cannot be added, or if, like a new point shouldn't be added. But of course, like, come on, just words. It's not like as long as the message is not changed, then we should be good. Yeah, I think we should. Ideally, we would change it just the tiniest bit, and to incorporate the suggestions that we can. But then we have when we do the commons upgrade in like 2 or 3 months, 4 months, there'll be a covenant that we have to vote on, which is part of the like Celeste, like to propose to conviction voting, you have to agree to this thing first, and the MVV should be there. And that would be another opportunity to clean it up a little bit and get more stakeholder input where people have already put money in and now they can have another say. So we can do another round of like iteration on it in those 4 months. And I'll pass it to Olivia. I'm not sure who hasn't gone yet.
5IV.
5IV.
I think for the most part we can keep it the same, but like we don't let the feedback be lost, and like whenever we have another vote on the same MVV, we can do some major refactorings in it. But right now, I think minor edits are fine. Rephrasing, rewording the same message, the same values is. I think there's nothing wrong in doing that. We're just phrasing the same thing and cleaning it up a little bit. So I think we could take in some of the feedback to tweak the wordings, tweak how it's phrased out, and that would be fine.
Cool. Yeah, I think there's somehow a consensus of not changing it too much, but polishing it a little bit, keeping the essence of it and not like adding words and stuff, but somehow trying to integrate the feedback with most of it staying the same. Yeah, I don't know if I'm a huge, yeah.
Can I add something to it?
You didn't go, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. I'm very new. I just got the CST tokens. I haven't voted, didn't got a chance to convert to XI, but we'll do so for the next round of votes. I've been myself to this kind of process with an NGO that I was leading a while back, and what I think it's important is to set the time frame. What will change in time and what will not change, right? Because possibly the vision will be sort of stable in the values, but maybe the mission will change in how you get there, right? And because everything is dynamic and such. And even though you have this sort of, the way I see mission, vision, and values is like the Constitution of America, right? Versus the Constitution of America, maybe you take more time into it to vote and get everybody on the same page, but you know that at the end it can withstand time. Whether laws, you just vote on them, and then in 5 years' time, you have to look back if that law is still applicable or not. So I think this is just a sort of frame that needs to be put for type of voting and what we're of the MVV as a principle. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good feedback for what Griff was just talking about, the covenant, and taking another look at it in 4 months or so, that it's more or less the interval of time we took from the first iteration to now. I think it will be, a good time. And then since something else is being voted on and worked on, it's easier to tweak one thing or another and then reincorporate that to the mission, vision, and values, rather than doing like a whole other session just on this again. Cool. So should we close it? I think we can close it. It's 15 to 3. Did anyone here in this call needs more time to vote? Were you like about to do it and you're like, oh no, don't close it now? Okay, silenced. I keep opening the wrong one. MVV number 16 is the big winner. Party! Cool. Okay, that's awesome. And this is the one that has most comments and feedback into it. So it is definitely going to be a little challenging to integrate. But we can have a hack session for it. Perhaps I'll prepare a document similar to what we did last time. And we can add comments to it of like fine refinements, like little refinements and not big things, and look into those feedbacks and how to incorporate it. And I think maybe now we can say, right, that was Grief issue. So Grief, you do most of the integrating.
Ah, crap. Really?
The mask failed.
I thought it was your issue, Olivia. I thought it was yours. No, wait, it's Juan's. It's Juan's. It says so.
Yeah, but
It is
you started saying, when I submitted my issue, like your issue? There's just Juan's issues.
Yeah, it's all Juan's issues.
Okay, cool. But just for the transparency of how the feedback is going to be integrated, and we obviously can talk about it openly. And then the last thing, or almost the last, I wanted for this call is to schedule the committee call. Santi and Mateo, it's been quite hard to do this, so we're gonna do it now with the pressure of the public.
All right.
I was ready to do it this morning. So yeah, I'm available at any time you are.
We
Go
ahead.
No, you have a suggestion, Santi?
Yeah, I can do it today anytime, as long as it's not really late, but I'm almost free from now on today. If that works for you
could
guys.
I could do it 1 hour after this.
That
after the end of this hour.
That works for me.
Does that work, Mateo? And just for context, this is the SourceCred committee call. So if anyone is interested in participating, we just need to understand how the token distribution is happening, what token is going to be used, when is going to be the first distribution. And these are, I think, the first topics for this call. And also if we can integrate praise distribution with SourceCred. So if anyone wants to join, you're all welcome. We're going to be in this same channel in 1 hour and 10 minutes from now. And then the last thing I wanted to mention was the Griff gave the idea to have a glossary hack session. Where is this? Oh, here. So the glossary is on the Git book. I'll post a link there. And I just wanted to see who is interested in participating in a glossary hack session. I'll give a quick pass around, and then if you say yes, I'll create a meeting and add you to it, and we can look into all of these terms and have maybe an hour to divide them into whoever of us wants to participate, and then hack on them together. So quick pass. Juan, do you want to be in the glossary hack session?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Yes, yes, and I will pass to Chewy.
Yes. Pass to Griff.
I would love to, but my schedule is going to be tough. So let's do a doodle, but I imagine I will be excluded. But I'll pass it to Nate.
Yes, 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 yes. Put me in there. I'll pass it to Santi.
Yeah, I'm starting to be very busy, but I'll try to jump in if you guys meet at some time that I'm available.
Yeah, and it's okay if you guys can't. If you say no, it's very nice to say no and back to. I'll pass it to Suga.
I would love to, but I'm not. I don't know. Maybe my role could come after the hack, where I could, read the whole thing and do some overarching type edit stuff. But I don't think I'm useful. But I'd like to be included in that kind of thing, for sure. Thank you. I'll pass to Tam.
My instinct is to say yes, because I actually really think I would enjoy it. But I feel like my schedule might be blocking, so I feel like a lot of people will have, especially with time zones and this sort of like sweet spot between CET and PS, which is just booked solid on my calendar. And that's probably where this meeting's going to land. So if I can join, I will. But I don't want to be the one that makes it difficult to plan. And I'll pass to Septimus.
Thank you, Tam. Yeah, I actually want to participate, and I think I will be like the opposite of Suga. I write, but then I need some editing on top of me. So yeah.
V, Anna Marie, C Chain, Mihai.
I'd love to be part of
Mateo.
that hack session, but I don't think I would be able to contribute a lot because I'm not even sure about most of the terms there, but I could give a new perspective on how they're grouped. So maybe I can attend, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, sorry, I can't do it today. Thank you.
Yeah, it won't be today, but also no pressure. Just if sometime you want to jump in any of the activities, there is a lot going on, so you can be very picky about it. Okay, if anyone else decides to jump in, just let me know. I'll probably make a doodle. It might be the easiest way. We coordinate a time and jump on it. Hopefully this week still works out. And yes, I think that's it. I'm very excited about having this process finalized, and we'll organize this refinement of the MVV so everyone can put the eyes on it and make sure that it's like solid, that it didn't change so much from the votes you gave. Does anybody wants to say anything else, share anything else before we close?
Yes, Livy, I would like to share that I posted in the forum Gravity Easy Step by Step, and the idea of that post is for everyone to like be able to follow and understand in easy steps what are the functions of gravity. And also in that same post there are the forms that we are going to use, so that everything is transparent and that everyone can see what is like the process we're following. So yeah, just check the post if you have time and give some feedback.
Where is the forum? How would I access that?
Yeah, forum.te commons, but I will share the link in Softgov.
Okay, cool. And just the last thing, maybe Chewy, we can start planning how to distribute like the MVV now that we have the final results, to coordinate with comms on where to put it, and how to announce it and make tweets about it and stuff.
Yeah, actually, sorry to add to that. So normally, I guess the blog is supposed to go out tomorrow, but if the MVV is not quite refined, maybe that's something we have to figure out before tomorrow.
I think we can make a post without the revisions. Maybe it won't have the entire integrated feedback.
Right. Just announcing it without including it.
That's a very good point, though. And I think everyone can still comment in that issue. I'm gonna close all of them now, just so people know that the voting session is finished. But yeah, I think that the comment section still works even when it's closed.
I would say that probably the forum is a good idea for this, because we can take something initial and put it out there, and then people can further discuss in it. The only thing is that we would really need to coordinate so that this doesn't get like mistakenly put somewhere else, like a landing page, a presentation, video, like something that is more like difficult to modify. But I would say that if we want to like get it out there and start communicating it, and also be like inclusive with everyone that wants to make the modifications that we agreed are better and more beneficial at this stage, I would go for the forum unless someone has a different opinion.
Slightly off topic, but Livia, make sure you took a good screenshot of the final results before you close it.
Good call.
It'd be nice
Okay.
also to paste it on the Softgov chat so anyone can see it anytime.
Cool, we have it. Okay, maybe I'll close this reading out the new mission, vision, and values. So what is the vision of the Token Engineering Commons? The Token Engineering Commons will support the discovery, development, and proliferation of best practices for engineering safe tokenized economies. Providing these public goods will enable a Cambrian explosion of ethical, inclusive, safe, resilient, and diverse economic systems for the benefit of societies around the globe. What is the mission? Our goal is to become a shilling point for the token engineering community. Our foundational economy layer will fund projects that advance token engineering while also aligning our collective success with the individual benefit of our token holders. The social layer that emerges is even more important, as it will serve to unite the token engineering field around ethical principles, standards, tools, and the many other matters that emerge as this nascent field of research advances. Our values, our commons operate from a pro-social, human-centered perspective. Integrity, curiosity, constructive inquiry, presence, and gratitude are foundational for maintaining mutual respect for our growing community. We encourage our members to be radically open source, non-hierarchical, transparent in their intentions, and accountable for their actions. We prioritize the long-term advancement of token engineering over short-term member profits, because through proper economic design, if we succeed collectively, we'll also benefit individually at longer time scales. Cool. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Olivia.
Thanks, Livy.
Bye.
Excellent.
Thanks, Livy.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. See you later.
Thank you.